you know, time's up, technically up. I ain't got where I want to go. Employer. Get the employer. Okay, you're not there, which I'm thinking you.
One who employs the services of others.
No. The definition, the part of employer that I want you to see is the part that says, because see, I have a way of reading through all the different parts of the chain and getting to the point. It says master has the right or power to control and direct the employee, and the word employee means servant, and I'm going to show you that. In the material details of how the work is to be performed is one for whom employees work and who pays their wages or salary. Turn to the word employee. Got it.
Person in the service of another servant.
A servant, and servant is another word for slave. It's a person whose work results or details and means by which result is accomplished or controlled and directed by the power and right of the employer. Turn to the words master and servant. See, everybody thinks, when the Mormons say, oh, you don't make any money, you haven't worked for any money, you don't own anything. They don't make it clear what they mean by that. You don't own anything because the so-called slaves were not free when they claimed they were free. What they did is they perfected slavery in the greatest form of trickery, and under master and servant, it should say at the very bottom that the words master and servant have been replaced by the new words employer and employee. And the word supervisor, which isn't right here, but you can turn to it at some point, the word supervisor is a new word for overseer. So if you are employed and you have a supervisor and you're the employee, you are the servant slave of your master, overseen by the overseer on the plantation. And you do not get paid any money, turn to money. You ain't never seen no money, not from your employer. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's up to them. Yes, one thing, you can ask my baby back here, one thing I can do is run my mouth indefinitely. Ask the group. However long they want me to go, when they want me to quit, we quit. This is your show, I'm your guest.
Oh, is that the 7th? 45 minutes.
45 minutes? I'll try to wrap this up by 7:30. It won't be that easy. You'll have to try to hold down the question. See, what I can do, I can close this up at 7:30, and there are certain things that you guys just won't get, because tomorrow's lecture is going to be totally different subject, because there are people that will be here tomorrow that weren't here today, and I don't want their ability to keep up tomorrow to be contingent upon whether or not they were present today. And those of you that are here today that won't be here tomorrow, I don't want you thinking, dang, I got to go because I'm going to miss something, because tomorrow's going to be totally separate. Oh, that's good news. Okay.
That's the same too, man.
I mean, look at me, I'm a guest.
Hey, we're in here. I mean, we're in here to do that.
Y'all okay? All right, well, she's only got 45 minutes left on this tape, so if you guys want to hold your questions or comments. No, I'm not going to say that, but, you know, we hear those that. Okay, turn to money. M-O-N-E-Y. And I want everybody to pull out a bill of some sort. $1 bill, $5 bill, pull out a bill. And it's not that you don't get it, because I think you do, but I'm going to give you some more clarity to make sure that when these people come to lecture to you, now you really get it. Because now you see why they're saying what they say. Because I can't give you the specifics. I don't have that. I just got clarity. Okay. On your bill, in the upper left-hand corner, it should have a phrase that says, for all debts, public and private. Is that accurate? All right. Now, above the top center, it should say Federal Reserve notes. In the definition of money, it says a few things. Money is coin, gold, silver, and paper currency used as a circulating medium of exchange. But it does not, the definition of money does not embrace notes. What does it say on the top of your bill? No. Federal Reserve notes.
So this is fraud.
It does not embrace notes, bonds, evidence of debt, personal estate, or real estate. Those things are not money. So if this is a Federal Reserve note, can I have your note for a second? I'll get right back. This is a Federal Reserve note, and it says on there Federal Reserve note. Now, when you talk about notes, how many people have car notes or ever have had? House notes, ever have had? Car notes, house notes are bills that you owe somebody. I gotta pay my notes. What part of that y'all don't understand here? It's a note too. I mean, somebody is owed something. It's a bill. It's a debt. A bill. A $1 bill, $5 bill, $10 bill, phone bill, car bill, gas bill, light bill, water bill, bill. It's a bill. It's a debt. You owe somebody. When you're talking about bills and you're talking about notes, you're talking about somebody you owe. It says Federal Reserve note right across the top. And my people still don't get it. Now, where it says for, turn to the definition in that place. Look at it again. Look at the dollar again. This note is legal tender for all debt, public and private. The most important word in that whole sentence is the word for. Turn to that. F-O-R, for. The word for is defined as representing, equivalent to, in place of, in behalf of, in lieu of, as equivalent for. So on this bill, let me borrow your dollars one more time. I'm going to replace some of these words with this word for. This note is legal tender representing all debts, public and private. This note is legal tender equivalent to all debts, public and private. This note is legal tender in place of all debts, public and private. Are you guys following this?
No.
Look at the word for, F-O-R. Where the word F-O-R is on the bill, replace that word for with some of these words that they're using to define the word for. And that tells you what this is. This note is legal tender equivalent for all debts, public and private, or in lieu of all debts, public and private. It's in place of all debts, public and private. And it's for debt. And it says up here that money, the definition of money does not include evidences of debt. That's what this is. This is not money. There was something that looked like this back in the day that used to be used that could be exchanged for money, but you can't exchange this for money, meaning you can exchange it for silver. Thank you so much. For silver or gold. You can't exchange that for anything. Right. So, now when you went to get a job, and this is His Majesty Kareem, I love his brother, Steve. It's like Kareem said, most people don't get it. When they hired you, they told you, we're going to pay you $15 an hour to do this job. If you look up the definition of dollar, the word dollar is the money unit. It's a means by which to define a value. You never, on payday, you got a check. You never got a dollar. You never got the $15 per hour. You got a check instead. So you've been duped. Some of you guys get direct credit deposits or direct bank deposits. They're still not the dollar. The dollar is a unit of measure. You ain't never seen it. So, you are a servant slave working for your employer master, overseen by the supervisor, which is the overseer, and you're working for free. You've never gotten any money for your labor. And it's okay as long as you see the game. As long as now you get it, it's like, dang, they really had me going. But whose fault is it that you never looked up the word for in a law dictionary? Or that you never read the dollar, the bill, the note? Well, somebody did. I did. The aunt just told me to look it up one day, and I was like, whoa, I had to get on the phone and call the folks. This is